Hey friends, it is Tuesday and I'm starting a new crochet vlog type thing, week in the life, crochet with me, whatever you want to call it. Right now I'm working on my newest pattern, which is a bundle of probably going to be 8 different coaster patterns. So I'm working on the little leaf right now. This is the first one that I designed. So I finalized or drafted up the pattern and now I'm working on taking pictures. If you haven't seen any of my patterns before, I have 2 versions of every pattern. The first one is a beginner friendly pattern where it is extremely in-depth pictures of basically every single step. Really the only thing you need to know going into it is how to read a pattern, and then how to chain, single crochet, half double, and double crochet probably, and I think everything else is explained in the patterns. So like a magic ring, I show how to do that, any stitches bigger than a double crochet, how to decrease, basically every technique you use in a pattern I show you how to do. And then I have a second version which is a printable one. It's concise, it's just the pattern with no extra explanations and no pictures, so it's easy to print, and that way my patterns are accessible for both very beginners and more advanced crocheters. So I make 2 versions of every pattern. It's a lot of work. And so this one is going to have 8 different designs. So leaf is number 1. I am including my flower design in this one. It's the bigger version from my free pattern, but it'll be a little bit changed for this one. I'm working on a tulip design, so I think this is what I'm gonna go with. I've just been debating on the details for it because I've got this one too. Don't mind all the ends, these are all drafts, so they're not completely done. But I like the design of this because it feels a little bit more realistic where they cross over, but I also like this one. So I might just show instructions for how to do both. This one I feel like I can get straighter lines, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll figure out what I'm doing with those. Now I just need to find the rest of them. The other 2 I have so far is an avocado. It is black because I don't have brown cotton yarn, and I ordered more yarn and forgot to order it. So black for now, but it's an avocado. And then I have a sun. This one I think is probably my favorite out of all of them because I just love how the swirl turned out. And it's really easy. It takes 30 to 40 minutes probably to make one. And I love how the top stitching looks on the back. But yeah, so I've got leaf, sun, avocado, tulip, flower. I feel like I have another one, but I don't know where it would be. Maybe I haven't done it yet. But the other ideas I have is to do a frog. I definitely want to work up a frog. I was thinking of doing a cloud and then maybe a raindrop. So they're all kind of spring, summer type ideas. If I come up with any other ones, it'll have more. If I don't finish the other ones, it'll have less. But it's probably going to be 6 to 8 designs. But yeah, that is what I'm working on for today. I also released a new pattern today, which is my little mushroom dude. So you guys should definitely check that one out if you haven't. So I'm almost done taking pictures of all of the steps to make the little leaf. The only thing I have left now is to do the what are they called? Veins almost going through the leaf. Because this is one example of how I've done it where I just embroidered it, kind of. I kind of just wove it through the surface back and forth. I've done some other ones. I don't have them, those are empty, but I did another one where I embroidered it and wove it through both sides, kind of. I don't know if that makes sense, but this is how I was doing it. And then I had an idea to do top stitching but backwards, because when I do top stitching on this, you have your slip stitch visible on the front, and then on the back it just has stitches. So I was doing it backwards where this part is visible, and that made a really good design for the front of this. My hands are shaking a lot today, which is fun, but that's why I keep dropping things. But I was finding it difficult to take pictures of that part and explain it, so I think I'm going to add some video tutorials to this pattern for the beginner friendly part. Eventually all of these I am planning to put tutorials up on my YouTube for them, but that's going to take probably months for me to get through all of them and the other tutorials I already have planned. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a tutorial on how to do the vein part of the leaf, because pictures just don't do it justice. and then I will be done the leaf part. Then I need to go through, edit all of those pictures, put them into the pattern, and work through that section. I finished my editing for today, and I am sufficiently bored, and I really want to just crochet a fun project and watch some TV, but it's only 9:30, which is pretty early in the night for me. I'm a very night owl. I go to bed very late normally, but I need to get some content ready for tomorrow, so I'm just gonna quickly go edit some videos and get that ready for tomorrow, and then I'll start working on a fun project for the night. Alright, I finished editing my videos for tomorrow. I've got 3 ready. Didn't take too long. I did scroll on TikTok for like 30 minutes, but like, if I'm going on TikTok to edit, I'm gonna get distracted on TikTok. That just happens. But the project that I decided to work on is a piece that I'm testing from my friend. It's by Daisy May, Hooking with Daisy May on Instagram, so definitely check her out. I have tested patterns a pattern by her before. This is her second pattern, and it's a pair of shorts. I'm gonna do purples, which is funny because the other pattern that I tested for her, I also did the same purples. I just really like purple and pink and just like all colors. But I'm thinking I'm going to do most of it in the lighter purple with the darker purple for like the waistband, trim, and maybe just an occasional row. So it's mostly light purple with some dark purple details, I'm thinking. But I'm going to start working on this now for probably like an hour or 2, probably till it's about midnight. That's typically what I do. And then I'll do my usual like sesh outdoors, come back inside, watch some Bob's Burgers, and maybe work on a no-brain project. And then I sleep. So that is what we're working on now. Hey guys, it is the next day. I feel like shit today. Got my period. Hate it. But anyway, this is how far I got on the waistband of the shorts yesterday. It is very stretchy, and we're supposed to stretch it out to put it on us. I don't know why I'm putting it here. It goes down there. But it's almost big enough. I need probably like 15 to 20 more rows, so I'll probably finish that soon. And then start working on the actual shorts part, which will be very fun. I've only made 1 pair of shorts before, and I did it in a similar way, but I think I did half double crochet for the whole leg part, but I made the waistband in a similar way, so it's going to be fun to make a new pair. Hopefully these will fit nicer. They're supposed to be very cheeky, which I really enjoy wearing. I just don't like other people seeing me wear. Like, my house is fairly modest. Like, the one time I wore a pair of shorts, like shorter shorts or like PJ shorts, one of my brothers was like, "Why are you wearing your undies?" He's 7, to be fair. But I was like, okay, never wearing these again in front of you guys. I'll wear them to sleep, but maybe it'd be fun if I ever go out one day with like a friend or something and I want to have a cute pair of cheeky shorts. And it should be fun just to take pictures in anyway, wear with myself. But that's where I'm at with the shorts for today. So here's where I'm at with the shorts. I've done a whole 2 rows. It's open in the front here because we're going to have a fun little like lace up detail at the end, but it's going good. I do have to pause on it right now though, because these are like made to measure, so I need to keep trying them on after every couple rows to see where I'm increasing and like just, you know, make sure they fit. But I cannot keep standing up and trying things on. That is not working. Like I mentioned, I got my period today. It's a whole week early. And my last one was 3 weeks late. So that's fun. And very unusual for me. But if you have a period, you understand. Periods just, they always suck. But I'm also chronically ill, as we know, and I'm autistic. So the symptoms that I deal with on a normal day are just so much worse when I'm on my period, especially the first day. Like, my pain is so much worse, my fatigue is worse, just the whole aching and everything, not good. And my hands are hurting today, and that's how I know my pain is bad, is when my hands start hurting. I'm fortunate that most of the time my hands don't hurt too much. My pain is worse in everywhere else. So, but my hands don't hurt too much most of the time, and typically when they start hurting, I just take a break for a bit and try not to hurt them anymore. My wrists do get a lot of pain sometimes, but I'll wear my braces as I need them to. But yeah, my hands are definitely hurting right now. My shoulders, my elbows, just everything. I'm gonna get my heating pad out and just relax for a bit. So I tried to just watch YouTube for a bit and just relax, which I did a little bit. I can't just watch something and not do anything else though. So I was playing some games on my phone, but then the game I was playing kept glitching. And like every time I would try to start a level, it would just log me out, which is super annoying. So then I started working on my pattern for a bit. I'm currently working on, it's the coaster bundle that I'm working on. So I just edited the pictures, put them in, and started putting them in the right spots. That was annoying and boring, so I stopped doing that. Now I'm going to watch Dexter for a bit and work on my cardigan. I don't think I've shown you guys this yet. Might have mentioned it, but this is a cardigan I've been working on. Just a granny, hexagon granny stitch cardigan. So simple. I referenced Passionate Kelsey's video on how to do this. I know how to do it. It's just the little details that I was unsure of the best way, like seaming the sides together, where to attach the yarn, because it's been quite a bit since I've done one of these. So I watched Passionate Kelsey's video and Hooks and Healers, I think, Annie. I watched hers as well. So I'm almost done it, honestly. I'm getting pretty close. As you can see, I have both sides complete with their little sleeve cuffs and everything. I am just extending the body now. I'm just going to do a bunch of rows, probably like 8 or 10 rows, and then I'll do a single crochet trim all the way around it, and it'll be done.
Neck?
Yeah, Emily Birch.
She looks like me, and the girls in the barrels, but older.
She's the same age as Jordan, and Cole, and Boyd. I think she was the first victim.
How is she still alive?
So, I've made some progress on it. Sorry, the lighting here probably sucks. Maybe that's better. I don't know. But, I've made some progress on it. I did the extension here like I was talking about. I think I'm up to 10 rows now or something like that. And I feel like it's looking like a good length. I think I am ready to do the single crochet outline. I'll probably do 2 or 3 rows of single crochet around the whole thing, weave in ends, and then it will be done, which is cool. I started this because I wanted a big project that I wouldn't have to think about much, because I didn't have any like no brain projects, because you know this, you barely have to think. I just have to check in of what part I'm at, and it's just the same stitch over and over for most of it, but it's going to be done. So I do have another project I'm going to start actually with the same yarn. So I have a box with 7 of these big cakes, and I have probably half a cake left over from this, or will be half a cake left, and I'm going to be making a giant king size blanket for my Nana using a lotus flower pattern. I am just waiting to get the pattern. I purchased it on Etsy, and the email I got did not have any links. It said like the links will be available once your payment goes through, which I've never seen before after purchasing a pattern. So I messaged the person just to ask about it, and she said there should be a link in the email, like check again. So I'm gonna check again. But I opened it up on my laptop and there are no links. The only thing you can click brings you directly to Etsy, and then when I go to click on like my downloaded files, there's nothing there. So have to figure that out, but as soon as I get that pattern I can start on it. It's not a no-think pattern, but at least I don't have to write the pattern. I just follow the pattern, and it's going to take a long time, which is fun. I like having a really big project. So I'm going to just work on finishing this up now. It's done. I am so happy with this. It's a much better version than the very first one was. If you guys hadn't watched my previous video, it was a finish it or frog it video where I'd gone through a bunch of my projects, and then a bunch of them I took apart and some of them I finished. This was one that I took apart. It was a cardigan. I didn't like how it came out. There was a lot of places I could have done things better on. So I just decided to take it all apart and do it again, but better. So I did. So now that I have finished the cardigan, it's only 11, so I'm still going to be up for another hour or two crocheting and watching Dexter. I'm on season 6 now. I'm rewatching it, by the way. It's one of my favorite shows. I am just obsessed with Dexter. Like the person, the show too, but like him. So I'm on season 6, and like I have such a bad memory of things, probably because I'm stoned like all the time, but I have to watch a show multiple times to really remember things. So I remember the general plot of like the characters involved, but I don't remember like how they got there, what happens, how it ends. So it's like I'm rewatching it, but I know that I like it, which is perfect because it's really hard to watch new things because I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I like rewatching things that I already know. Anyway, that's not what I was gonna talk about. I was gonna say that I'm gonna work on the shorts some more. That is fully why I decided, that's why I pulled my camera out. So I'm gonna work on the shorts for a little bit more. I'm feeling a little better physically, much less pain, so if I need to stand up to try these on, I can. That is what I'm gonna do. Hey guys, same shirt, different day, so ignore that. It is the next day. It's actually the next evening. It's already like 9 p.m. I did mean to start recording earlier, but I was hanging out with my little brothers, my family, doing stuff. I did math with my 9-year-old brother. I often help him with his lessons, like once or twice a week, not every day. And then we watched Incredibles 2, and then I was having dinner with my family and just working on stuff. So I made some great progress on the shorts yesterday, but I ended up having to frog most of it and redo it. So here's where I'm at. As you can see, I'm just starting the legs. So I've just got like, you know, this little weird bit for now. But if you can tell, the colors are different because I ended up running out of the light purple before I got to the end of the shorts part, like the leg part. And I wanted to do all of it light purple with just dark purple accents, but I did not have enough light purple. So I frogged most of it, and now I'm doing 2 rows of each color. And the sections are slightly different in size. As you can see, they're not perfect because of the different stitches used in this pattern. The pattern is great, by the way. Forgot to mention that. But that's where I'm at with these. So I'm just starting on the legs. I'm in the middle of working on 1 row, and then I'm going to try them on, make sure they're still fitting good. And then I might end up finishing them tonight. We will see. I do need to do some editing though, because I have a video I need to post tomorrow. The updated bell sleeve mesh shrug. I need a better name for it. I'm just describing what it is. I don't have a real name. But I finally filmed my intro and outro, so I just need to put that into the video, do the final touches, and then it's ready for tomorrow. And then I'm going to spend the rest of the night probably working on these shorts. So it's a little bit after midnight, and here's where I'm at with the shorts. They actually look like shorts now, which is super cool. All I need to do now is the like picot stitch trim, make the little cord to attach here, and then weave in all the ends. And then they will be done. I so badly want to just finish these tonight because like I'm in the middle of it. I want to just keep watching Dexter and finish these, but I'm tired. So I absolutely need to sleep soon, which means I'll probably fall asleep sometime in the next 2 hours because that's how my sleep works. But if I don't stop crocheting now, I'm not going to stop until this is done. So I need to stop now. But so that's what I'm going to leave off for tonight. I'll check in with you guys tomorrow when I finish these. Hey guys, it is the next day and I finished these shorts this morning. So I've got the lace up detail there and we have the picot stitch trim. I've never used the picot stitch before. It's super easy, but I think it makes a really cute little trim on this piece. The yarn ended up working out really good. I just did every 2 rows with each color, but the way the stitches worked up, it made this cool pattern with the dark purple where it was like the biggest section, slightly smaller, even smaller, and then tiny trim. And I think that looks really good. But I ended up having like the perfect amount. Like this was all I had left over for the dark purple and a little bit less than this for the light purple. And this would have been maybe enough to do 1 round on like one of the legs, but definitely not enough to do another round on each leg, so it worked out good. They're definitely a good length for me. Super cheeky, because that is the goal with these shorts, is to have a cute little cheeky pair. So I might try them on at some point and show you guys, but this is what it looks like. And like I said, I finished them this morning. Very, very odd for me. I'm typically not up before like noon on a good day, but I had one of my no sleep nights, of course, or very little sleep. I slept on and off from like 3 a.m. till 7-ish, but like up every 20-30 minutes, so very on and off. Then I just could not sleep, so around like 9 o'clock I went upstairs, had some breakfast, watched some TV, and finished the shorts. Then I came back down to my room and had a nap for like 3 hours, so I'm feeling a lot better now. It's around 7 p.m. now. We'll have to see how I sleep tonight, because often when I take a nap I can't sleep that night at all, but sometimes you just gotta take a nap, so we'll see. Right now, since I finished these shorts, I was just thinking about what to work on next, so I was thinking of using this yarn for another project. This is the Bernat Blanket Big Bold in Green Bold. I got this for Christmas from one of my brothers and his girlfriend, and I've been holding on to it for a few months just to figure out what I want to do with it. It's very thick. It says it's a weight 7, but it's a Bernat Blanket weight 7, which is very different than like a Loops and Threads weight 7, you know. So it's so thick that I'm very limited on what I would make with this, but I was thinking I can make a cute little basket. That's something easy I can make with a chunky yarn, and sometimes I just make them with my hands and not even using a hook when the yarn is this thick, so we'll see. But I think that's something I can make without thinking much while I just finish editing the video. So I'm gonna work on that for a little bit and then see how it turns out. But I think these colors are really cool. It almost looks like a candy cane. It's fun, so we'll see. It should make a really cute little basket. Basket is done. I've got it filled with fidget toys. I'm going to take them out so I can show you guys the basket a little bit better, but let's do a little fidget toy haul while I do that. First, we've got a Pom Pal, I think it's called. Yeah, Pom Pal. He's just slightly weighted at the bottom, and it's meant to like sit in your palm. He's so cute. I think I got him in Colorado. Then I've got this dude. I think it's like a little fairy thing. My brother gave him to me. Then we've got Rainbow Octopus. He stays in here though, because I don't love the texture, but he's kind of cute. And he smells weird, so. Rainbow. Then we've got, what's this guy's name? Bumpy. Bumpy from Jurassic Park, or Jurassic World, maybe. I don't know. My brother's the one who loves dinosaurs. I kind of like them as like a secondary special interest, you know, where it's like, it's not my special interest, but it's a special interest of someone who's close to me, so it's like a secondary interest of mine. But anyway, you just push the button and his tail wiggles, or you can wiggle the tail and move the head. He's cute. Then we've got a Neato, just squishy ball with like the cage thing around it. My brother's like taking the outer part off. Then we've got this bear. It's one of the really squishy ones, but it's like a more firm squishy, you know, and it retains its place. We like squishing him and like poking all the parts of him inside and then letting them come back out. And I've got this one. I love the noise that this one makes. It's just, this is a good one. I've got my ring fidget thing. It's just 2 rings with like a connection between them, and you just move them all around. I put a little rock in here because I like touching it. And this, what is it? Thinking putty. It's cool. All of them stayed at the top this time, which is surprising. They normally go right to the bottom. it's all clear on the bottom and they're all on the top. I guess they normally go to the top then because they're foam and they're light. So that's probably what they normally do, but I really like playing with this one. That big crack was my knuckle, not this. But it's fun. This one I just tend to accidentally leave on its side and then it like seeps out into the lid and makes it really hard to open. But hopefully with having it in an actual basket, I will keep it like sitting right. But here's the basket. It's very simple. It just has 2 little handles because I just feel like every basket needs handles to be complete. All I did was just single crochets. So I did a magic ring with 8 single crochet, increased to 16, then increased to 24. First row of the side I did in the back loops only so that it gave it that little edge. I did 2 rows of that, and then I did 1 row, chain 3, skip 3, and then I think it was 9, chain 3, skip 3, 9. And then I just did slip stitches for the very final row, and that just kind of thickened up the handle. So that's a slip stitch and a chain, and then slip stitches all around there, and it just kind of thickened up the edge, made it a little more sturdy, and used up all the yarn. This is what I have left, which is all of them separated into 3s because they were 3 of these strands wound together. And this strand is very similar to like the loops and threads weight 6 yarn. So Bernat blanket weight 7 is similar to loops and threads weight 6 times 3, if that makes sense. But I used a really good amount. This is all just going to go into my scrap yarn bag that I use for stuffing. Now I have a little basket. Took probably about 30 minutes to make because I finished it right as I finished watching my video, which was about 30 minutes. So I think it's really good. And now I can post my video on YouTube, so it's cool. So for the next project that I'm going to start today, I'm going to be using this yarn winder to take apart a whole bunch of skeins, or cakes. So if you guys haven't seen my yarn haul, all of this yarn, 7 cakes of the Karen Big Cake, is going to be used to make a king-size blanket. Honestly, I can't remember if I've already mentioned it in this video or not, so I'm just assuming I haven't mentioned it. But I'm making a king-size blanket for my Nana for her bed as like a top cover for it, and I'm using this very pretty lotus flower pattern. This is going to be the biggest project I have ever worked on, and I'm sure it's going to take a long time, and I'm very excited for it because I want a big project that I can just keep on working on for like a month or something, you know, because most of the projects I make, the bigger projects take like 2 to 3 days because I can crochet all day. So I don't like the decision making that happens when I finish a project. I have to pick the next one. That's stressful. So having a big project is going to be fun. But the reason I have my yarn winder out is because I don't like when yarn changes by itself for specific projects anyway. For this blanket, each row or each round is going to be a different color, and I want to be able to choose which color without the yarn changing by itself. So I'm going to be taking these cakes apart and separating them into 4 cakes of each color because we've got 4 different shades of purple in here, and there's really no in-between shades, so it's the majority of it is very clear 4 specific shades, so I can easily take it apart and just put them into their own cakes. I'm going to start with probably, I think, just 1 cake for now, and then as I finish that cake I will take apart another one, just because that's going to be a lot of work to take it apart, and I might not need all 7, so I don't need to get too ahead of myself. But yeah, I'm going to start with taking these apart, winding up some smaller cakes, and then we can start on the blankets. Alrighty, I separated my cake into 5 smaller cakes, 1 for each color. These 2 are pretty close, and these 2 are pretty close, but they are different. They're definitely different. So I've got 5 separate cakes, which means I can start working on the blanket. I am not going to record much of that blanket for this vlog because my plan is to have a specific vlog for the whole process of the blanket, like start to finish. So I might like show a couple updates in some of these vlogs, but I'm not going to show much. I want to leave most of it for this specific video for it. So that's what I'm going to be working on for probably the rest of the night. So I will likely check in with you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, it is the next day. I got my hair freshened up this morning. My mom just trims these sides for me or just shaves them for me every couple weeks. Yesterday I worked on the blanket a bit. Here's where I'm at with it. I think it's looking very pretty and I'm super excited to keep working on that. For today, The project that I need to work on is this cardigan. And you might be thinking, this is already done. Why do I need to work on it again? Well, after I finished it, I noticed this section here. There's 2 blue dots right on the edge, very visible because it's on the light purple section. And it looks like the dye just got messed up and the blue part of the purple, but it's noticeable. It looks like someone just like, you know, touched it with a marker. Luckily it is on the last row, so I don't have to take out much, but I am going to need to take out that last row, snip out that section, and redo it. Cardigan is done, officially done. I ended up taking out all of the light purple that was on the edge and just finished it off with the same dark purple, so it all has the same edge on it. To use the purple, I frogged the cuff that I had from when I originally had to frog the sleeve of this. I don't know if that was in this video. Might not have been, but when I was making it, after I connected the 2 sides, I realized one side was 1 row larger than the other because I'd counted wrong when I finished the first one. And then when I was trying to take it apart, somehow the cuff just came off by itself, I think because of where I snipped the yarn. So I just had one solid cuff and I just hadn't frogged it yet. So I frogged most of it because it was the same color, used that to finish this off, and now it is officially done. So with that, I think that is where I'm going to wrap up this video. If you guys watched the whole video, thank you so much for watching and supporting me and my channel. I appreciate you guys so much. We're very close to 1,000 subscribers, which is crazy. I am so thankful for that. If you guys watched this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment on which project you like the most, and don't forget to subscribe because I post new videos every single week, sometimes twice. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you next week. Bye!